Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with your Piney podcast, all things South Jersey. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Speaking of South Jersey, it's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. You have not forgotten. So Joan gets a treat because you're buying Pineys. Thank you. So tonight we'll be doing a live stream at 7. It's going to be about movie sequels, so join us at 7 o'clock on the YouTube channel. Now, fatal South Jersey shooting under investigation, cops say. This is, I think this is a new one. Yeah, this is Gloucester County, or Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office. And this was in Woodbury on Wednesday. So they're trying to identify a suspect. No other info is known. So if you know anything, call the Gloucester County Police, I assume. And this is the Gloucester County's Prosecutor's Office at 856-498-6238, or the Woodbury Police. The shooting took place at an area of Franklin and Wallace Streets in Woodbury on Wednesday afternoon. God, broad daylight. It's nuts. So don't worry, the headlines get better. I always do the crime up front. New Jersey teacher overdoses on fentanyl in front of her students, cops say. This was a middle school teacher in Westfield. I think this was the northern Westfield. Jesus. What the hell? Why are you taking drugs in front of your class? That's just nuts. Investigators later found drugs and related items in Thompson's classroom closet. Jesus. That's crazy. Thompson was unresponsive. While students looked on. You should have evacuated those students immediately. The guy collapsed. You want to have the guy die in front of the students? That seems terrible. This was a 57-year-old teacher. Yeah, I mean, who would have think someone that old? You know? It's terrible. Governor Phil Murphy signs law to make New Jersey first state to require media literacy for K-12. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be friggin' literate in whatever nonsense the teachers are pushing on them these days. Our democracy remains under sustained attack through the proliferation of disinformation. In other words, you got to censor everything to make sure your truth is the only truth anybody ever knows. I'm very much against this. I'm sure it's a gigantic waste of money. Oh, it was backed by the New Jersey Association of School Librarians. Okay, yeah. How's it going to change the landscape exactly? I think what you need to do is get kids not just reading, because kids do read a lot these days, believe it or not, but they don't read good stuff. They should be reading the classics. They should be reading something challenging. Instead, they just read a bunch of nonsense. There's so much young adult nonsense out there. It's garbage. Most of it's garbage. I see people writing it all the time, and they talk about it endlessly, and it's terrible. It's boring. Even the pitches are boring. As much as I would love to exchange reviews with some people, my eyes roll back in my head when somebody asks me that on Twitter, and I just go, oh dear God, no, I can't read your stuff because I know it's going to be terrible. And I read the pitches. I often read the pitches, and 99% of the time I look at the pitch and I go, dear God, who would read this? You got to have a good pitch. You got to have, there's too many people writing now because everybody wants to be a writer. You know why? Because everybody wants to stay home and they think it's a fun time. They think it's a fun time eating, drinking, playing with your cat. That's not what writing is. It's a grueling effort. But don't worry, the state's going to fund media literacy, whatever the hell that means, Back in school when I was a kid, they would try to make you read a newspaper, and they'd make you cut out an article and bring it into class and talk about it. That's about as literate as people got. The problem is now the classrooms have become a political battleground. That should be the law. You want to sign a good law, sign a law saying that any teacher who brings up politics, their politics in the classroom, will be immediately fired. But I don't want to dive too deep into this. Sorry to get on a soapbox. Moving on. Man with a machete menaces Jewish students in Lakewood, New Jersey. That's not good. It was Thursday. This was in Monmouth Avenue and Lakewood. Not good. The man also chased someone down the street toward the construction site. Well, it just sounds like he's menacing everybody. Doesn't sound like it was particularly targeted, but it's not good. That anybody be menaced with a machete. I don't think you need to immediately jump to the conclusion it was some sort of attack on Jewish people, but there are a lot of Jewish people in Lakewood just in general, so I mean, but not good. Not good. Arrest this guy and figure out what the hell he's doing. Armed team arrested after police chase in Atlantic City. 19-year-old man facing a list of charges following a police foot chase. Oh, a foot chase. I thought it was a car chase. So, I mean, that's not as bad. But he's been charged with unlawful possession of a firearm or a weapon, possession of a defaced firearm, probably tried to file off the serial number, resisting arrest, of course, obstruction, and possession of CDS paraphernalia. What is CDS? It's got to be drug related, I assume. Cops still seek person of interest after a woman's body found on the New Jersey highway. So they're looking for this guy. I assume that's the woman. This is in West Windsor. That's kind of South Jersey. Found on Route 1 on the shoulder on Christmas Day. Stephanie Carmody, 31 of Trenton. Ugh. No arrests have been made. Inquiries are pending. Looks like this guy was wearing a Yankees cap. That's a shame. Carmody's biological mother, Patricia DeMello, told New Jersey 101.5 it's been a nightmare dealing with her daughter's death. It's a weird way to phrase it. It's a shame. She lives in Indiana and says that Carmody will be cremated and her ashes will be shared with the family in Rhode Island. Said she saw her daughter in person 5 years ago and talked to her 2 years ago. Isn't sure how she wound up in New Jersey after living with family in Rhode Island and Connecticut. Oh, here it is. She told me she was all right. She wasn't doing heroin anymore. That's a shame. That's a shame. It's a tough drug to kick. South Jersey mayor slams Edward Durr as he mulls Republican primary challenge. I don't think you're going to beat Durr. I like Durr a lot. But I guess, I don't know. Is he the rhino they're trying to replace Durr with? Because Durr, I think he could be governor. Video and photo, stolen vehicle falls 20 feet onto New Jersey home. Imagine this. This is in North Caldwell, so this is up a ways. But it fell 21 feet descent down an embankment and into a house. Yeah, look, there it is there. Verona police says the video footage shows officers getting out of their vehicles and yelling at suspects, and the SUV suddenly takes off. It goes through a wrought iron fence and down a retaining wall. It landed with a loud crash in the driveway of a home with 2 parked cars in the driveway. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, it's very crowded up north, so I could kind of see this happening. Jesus, nice going. All right. The worst drivers in New Jersey? You mean other than that guy? Okay, let's see who they say. Worst defender of all, no matter what plate is on their car, is the driver who will speed up when you try to pass them on the right to avoid their stupid blocking game. Well, I mean, anyone who drives in the left and doesn't go faster than the right lane, yeah, that's a problem. But it says, although we have our share of knucklehead drivers in the Garden State, the worst drivers in New Jersey are not from here. I agree with that. Yes, I'm talking to you, New York and Pennsylvania drivers. Maybe the rules are different in your state, although it seems a universal rule: keep right except to pass. I think the worst are Pennsylvania drivers off the highway. They're the worst because they like to stop anywhere. I don't get it at all, but they'll stop anywhere. For the highway, it's New York drivers. Those guys are maniacs. I don't know. I guess they're too used to all the traffic up north. Man, they'll just drive practically right into you. So I think that's the difference there. Pennsylvania drivers, they're mostly okay on the highway, but terrible in the off-road situations. I mean, you're in the suburbs. Pennsylvania driver in Philadelphia will just stop right in front of you for no reason. Oh, I'm going to talk to my friend. Yeah, you don't stop. You pull over. It's annoying. Crash scene cop impersonator slashed tires of New Jersey State Troopers, officials say. Oh, sounds like he's going to jail. Former Wallington Special Police Officer pretended to be on active duty on Route 80 crash site and later slashed the tires of a state police vehicle. Weird. Kenneth David Delgado, 53, of Wallington. 53? Why would he do this? Weird. I guess he just is mad at the cops because he didn't get to become one? I don't know. It's weird. 'Tis the season for toll increases. Here's what to expect in this month driving in New Jersey. Oh, great. Easy Pass tolls during off-peak hours rise from $12.75 to $12.75 from $11.75. These include George Washington Bridge, Lincoln Tunnel, Holland Tunnel, Outer Bridge Crossing, Goethals Bridge, and Bayonne Bridge. On the Turnpike, the average Turnpike will increase from $4.95 to $5.10. That's not too bad, I guess. Peak Easy Pass tolls are up from $6.62 to $5.79. Off-peak $4.22 to $4.35. Garden State Parkway tolls will increase from $1.96 for Easy Pass customers to $2.02, and from $2 to $2.10 those paying in cash. Oh, great. Now I need a dime. Why even bother? Why even bother to increase it by a dime? Can't you just stick it to the Easy Pass guys? Oh, it's got to be cheaper. I forgot. $2.10. Oh, great. You go from having no change, now I got to find a dime. Ridiculous. $10 million lawsuit says Trump pushed New Jersey men into attack Capitol on January 6th. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's a real valid lawsuit there. Oh, he took over my mind. I can't imagine this argument's going to play well in court. Plans are to try again on Atlantic City grocery. Is this the best option to fix a food desert? No. You know what fixes a food desert? Well, you could ask Camden, because they finally fixed it. Basically, they tore down every abandoned house in their city and slowly built it back up over 20 or 30 years. Now it's kind of come back, and it's not totally a food desert. And fortunately, we didn't get the riots most of the country got on that Summer of Love. How could you fix it in Atlantic City? Well, for starters, you could stop making everything so expensive in the city. You could ferret out the corruption in Atlantic City. I'm sure that there's just tons of corruption always in Atlantic City, and that's part of the problem because it makes it very expensive to do business there. There's high crime. That's got to go down. Who the hell wants to open a grocery store in a high crime area? There's not a lot of people. There's a lot of drug addicts. They don't buy anything at the grocery store. They steal stuff from the grocery store. So, do you really need one in Atlantic City? Just go out of the city. There's grocery stores on the mainland. Um, I mean, if you don't want a food desert, I mean, they're driving all the people out of Atlantic City anyway. There's no place to live except for low income housing. It used to be, well, it was never great, but it was better. Um, about the closest thing to it being great was in the early days when it was a resort town. That goes back to the early 1900s. Now it's just a mess. What's wrong with Atlantic City is what's wrong with most cities. It's run by Democrats. It's a freaking mess. They have ridiculous policies that don't fix anything. What you have to do is cut the taxes and make it cheap for people to live there and have a lot of employment. It's very simple. It's very simple to do, but there's no incentive to do it because everybody's scamming everybody, including the unions and uh, people connected with the government there. It's all a big grift. That's the problem with Atlantic City and every major city in the United States. There's too much grift, too much graft, whatever you want to call it, corruption. And a lot of it now is Democrat run. It's where their strongholds are. Look at the voting data coming from these cities, and this is what you get when you promise your constituents, "Oh, we'll give you free money." Yeah, they get some free money, but not enough to really live a good life. They become dependent on the state, and it's just a vicious cycle. So that's the cycle you need to break if you want to build a grocery store and have normal people living there. It's got to be a normal situation where people have jobs. And for that, you need low taxes, business, and low crime. It's not that hard. It's just that hard if you're a Democrat, apparently. Dead 30-ton whale washes up on Atlantic City, New Jersey beach. Well, get the dynamite. Yeah, don't get the dynamite. Remember that? Kaboomo. That's a shame, though. Poor thing. That's 30 tons. What the hell are they going to do with it? She said the whale will be opened up on Sunday, which can sometimes reveal evidence of boat strikes and other kinds of trauma. Based on its length, the humpback was about 30 tons. She believes it was also a likely female. They don't know what killed it. That's a shame. Moving on. Millville students chosen to attend leadership seminar. Okay. Good for you, I suppose, if this is a good leadership seminar, whatever that is. Founded in 1958, HOBY's mission is to provide lifelong leadership development opportunities and empower people to achieve their highest potential, whatever that means. I mean, yeah, it's another thing with good grades. I'm sure it'll help them get into college. Bed Bath & Beyond close to bankruptcy. Which New Jersey stores are left? Oh, God! Here are the ones that are open. Atlantic County and Mays Landing. I don't mind Bed Bath & Beyond. They had some cool stuff. It's probably nothing but an S show now, but whatever. Bergen County, place is open. Burlington, Marlton, Mount Laurel, Cape May, and Rio Grande. Camden County near me. Oh, the Cherry Hill one's still open, so I could still go. Deptford and Gloucester County, I could still go to that one. Flemington, Hamilton, Island, North Brunswick. A bunch of others if you're interested in the list on, I believe this is NJ.com. No, this is one of the radio stations. Somerset and Bridgewater. So they're not totally out of the woods yet. There seems to be quite a few of them. I mean, Google it before you go. Make sure they're open. Another big chain store is closing after closing another one of its New Jersey locations. It is Kmart. I thought they were done already. I thought they were pretty much gone already. Which one is this? Didn't say. And then Barnes & Noble in Paramus is closing. Or they just put Kmart up here because that was the one. They closed out last year. This is the store. It's the Barnes & Noble in Paramus. Yeah, I mean, booksellers, they're always been a loss leader. In this economy, they're all going to close, I think. How are we doing? New Jersey touts efforts on unemployment claims and workers' rights. More improvements this year, they say. I don't trust this by a long shot. New claimant intake application as well as email, paper notifications. Officials say 60,000 people have been able to resolve lingering issues, and leave benefits have claims processing for temporary disability and family leave insurance benefits have decreased by 50% since January 2022. The Office of Compliance Enforcement collected $3 million in penalties last year. Equal treatment of employees. They collected a record $100 million payment from Uber and Razor as a result of the rideshare companies misclassifying nearly 300,000 drivers. It sounds like a shakedown to me. The whole thing sounds like a shakedown. It's not like the workers got the money. Oh, good, you find them, and then you kept the money and put it in some other program that probably didn't work. Regulators assessed 1.74 million in penalties on behalf of 1,755 workers who have been misclassified by their employees. Did they get that money? Chipotle settled a child labor litigation for more than 7.67 million and will have to conduct sales audits and train supervisors for 3 years. Okay. Does that mean you had a bunch of children working at Chipotle? I mean, that's pretty open company. I don't know how that worked. I guess they were teenagers. Don't forget the new laws that go into effect in New Jersey in 2023. Increase in car insurance. Hooray! So what's new? The minimum car insurance cap has been accepted by the powers that be. Great. Screw you, car insurance. Restrictions on people with concealed carry permits. Yeah, we weren't allowed to have concealed carry permits before, but they're trying to roll this back. It's all going to be challenged in court, and it's all going away. So strap on, New Jersey. Teenagers get to work longer. Hooray! Unless you work at Chipotle, apparently. If you're a teen hustler, that's a weird way to word it, and wants to make that paper, please, cringe. Then be happy to hear that 16 and 17-year-olds can now work 50 hours a week over summer vacation. Oh, the whole summer? Oh, okay. I thought you meant No, that's a week. What kid is working 50 hours a week? Not many. The work week's supposed to be 40 hours. I guess you're allowing them to work longer if they want to. Move over to Vermont. South Jersey taps into the maple syrup industry. This has been brewing for a while. And Galloway. All right, Galloway. Love me Galloway. That's what I named the Pineys family after. First grant. Oh, it's a grant. Yeah. Oh, where are we going to get all this money for grants? Oh, don't worry. We'll use it for maple syrup. I mean, one team of members and Stockton mathematics professor Judith Vogel says 2 grants have been awarded to overlap a couple of years. $410,000 in the second grant is for $500,000 to study maple syrup production in South Jersey. Okay. How about just, if it's viable, people will do it. What's the importance of South Jersey maple syrup production? Yes, I'd like to know that. It's not common in New Jersey. Blah, blah, blah. There are sugar maples that are indigenous to New Jersey, but below, there's not a lot of sugar maples. Tons of red maples. Okay. We're going to bring value to the forestry management plan in a way that is fun, exciting, and a little bit sweet. I guess. I mean, it's either viable or it's not. Tapping method is pretty easy. Anyone needs 3 basic things: a tap, a tube, and a bucket. Okay. Tapping is only done this time of year when there are really cold nights and warm days. It's called freeze. The freeze thaw takes place late winter, early spring. Creates a positive and negative pressure on the tree, freezing at night and then thawing during the day when the sap flows. When it flows, you can intercept it with a tap, a tube, and a bucket, and then you can collect sap. Okay? And then take that sap to turn into syrup. You have to boil out a large majority of the water. It's about a 60 to 1 boil. Wow, you must have to take a lot of sap in to make this work. Look how tiny the jar is she's holding. I mean, either it's viable or it's not. I'm sure some farmers would. I'm sure if you got a lot of these trees on your property, you'd be like, yeah, let's do it. Let's make some. It'd be fun. But, I mean, where you just grow a bunch of the trees and then, I don't know, it'll be worth it. I don't see why we have to fund it. Funded or not, no real move to eliminate South Jersey Shore lifeguard pensions. I mean, this seems like a little more important than maple syrup. We do need lifeguards at the Jersey Shore. It's nice they get a pension, I guess. I mean, it's kind of a grueling gig. You gotta be in good shape to do it. Municipal contributions towards lifeguard pensions range from $103,000 in Margate to $1 million in Atlantic City. Oh wow, yeah. Atlantic City's too busy being corrupt that they'll throw money to that much money to the lifeguards. But I guess $1 million's a lot. I don't know how it works. But I mean, I could see there being a pension for lifeguards. If you've been a lifeguard all your life, you have to stay in shape. It's pretty grueling, and we need them. I mean, there's got to be an incentive to stay a lifeguard. 23 places in South Jersey to get a damn good cup of coffee. All right, let's do this. Ventnor Cafe in Ventnor. Cacao Cafe in Little Egg Harbor. I don't know that one. So it sounds chocolatey. Chomsky's in Wanoa. The Painted Pie in Stone Harbor. Trouble Brewing Coffee House in Haddon Heights. Oh, have I passed that one? Maybe. Brown Dog Cafe in Audubon. I don't know that one either. That's not too far. Common Grounds in Oak Lynn. It's a funny Google picture. Don't know that one either. Cassiano Coffee Bar and Sweetery in Hamilton. I've passed by that. I don't think. The Funky Cow I know in Hamilton. It's more kind of an ice cream place too. Ocean City Coffee Company in Ocean City. Crusader Coffee Shop in Wildwood Crest. Talk and Coffee in Deptford. Tuckahoe Cheesecake in Tuckahoe. Mama Bunce Donuts Company in Sewell. I like that name. Driftaway Cafe in Linowald. That's right next to the Cream Puffery. Great place. Espresso Cafe in Cumberland Mall in Vineland. Lakes Cafe in Medford Lakes. Java Dog in Mannington Township. Jesse's in Linwood. Wildflower Vegan Cafe in Millville. That looks like an old gas station building, doesn't it? I wonder if it is. I think it is. Ostaro's in West Cape May. Jim's Main Bakery and Pizza in Vineland. A lot of stuff going on there. And the Bailey's Grind in Seaville. I like the sign on that one. 2 Mod Wash locations in Gloucester Township. Drone image construction update. You can see they're building that. And building another one there. So, a lot of car washes going up for some reason. Cinnaminson Police Chief said Sonic Car Club event was not a boom party. If you don't know what a boom party is, a bunch of cars, a bunch of knuckleheads playing music extremely loud. But I think there were noise complaints. So, I don't know why these guys just can't play the music at a reasonable level. Apparently got so bad in South Jersey, people in Philadelphia across the river were complaining about it in some locations. So, and apparently it happened at Sonic. I mean, like, other people are going to the Sonic to eat food and buy food, dude. Don't play your music that loud. Just, keep it at a regular volume. I understand. Maybe you want it a little louder for the cars, but geez. Surprising 26 old things in southern New Jersey that you didn't think of as old. This sounds like an old person's column, doesn't it? All right. The Hard Rock trumped Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. Well, as of the Hard Rock, it's not that old, but as the Taj, it's old. Hamilton Mall, 36 years old. Mays Landing, that's pretty old. 54 years old. Maury's Pier. I thought it was older than that. Not even as old as me. 59 years old. Atlantic City Expressway. I also thought that was older. 62 years old. BL England Generation Station in Beasley Point. I passed by a million times. I didn't know what it was called. Sam's Pizza in Wildwood. 66 years old. Now that's pretty old. for a pizza place in Wildwood. 67 years old, former Acme supermarket in Eggs Harbor City. It's former Acme supermarket. I mean, Storybook Land, an icon, 68 years old. Wow, that's older than the Atlantic City Expressway. I guess that makes sense. 71 years old, historic town of Smithville, Galloway Township. Well, when it was turned into a tourist trap, yeah. It's a pretty big thing now. The White House, 77 years old. Yeah, I expected that to be old. Older than the expressway. 77 years old. Atlantic City Racecourse Mays Landing. Well, that's closed too, isn't it? Yeah. 77 years old. Corson's Inlet Bridge between Ocean City and Strathmere. Okay. So 77 would be like, 1950s they built. 88 years old. Bennett Chevrolet in Egg Harbor Township. Wow. That's interesting. 94 years old. Ocean City Music Pier in Ocean City. Another thing I thought would have been even older. I thought that was over 100, but close to it. Cowtown Rodeo in Woodstown. Cowtown Rodeo, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty damn old. 94 years old. The Hamilton Clock. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Good for you, Hamilton. 97 years old. Brigantine Lighthouse. Again, I thought that was even older. I thought that went back to the 1800s. 97 years old. Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. Oh, that's still... Yeah, that's impressive. 106 years old. McKeetown Fire Tower in Egg Harbor. Yeah, I could see that. 127 years old. Cemetery at Pomona, Moss Mill Roads, Galloway. 153 years old. Port Community Church in Port Republic. Bet there's ghosts there. 153 years old. Atlantic City Boardwalk. There you go. I knew that would have to be old. Renault Winery, 159 years old. Wow. Wow. That's pretty old. Established 1864. 164 years old. Cape May Lighthouse. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I was confused with the other lighthouse. 185 years old. Old Atlantic City Courthouse, Mays Landing. Atlantic County Courthouse. Wow. And 228 years old and 98 years old, Black Horse Pike. Yep. Can be traced back to 1795. What about Route 30? You didn't put Route 30 on there. I think Route 30 goes back further than that. I think Route 30, the White Horse Pike, but maybe this is older. I don't know. All right. Interesting list there. 2 new hotels proposed for Deptford's growing Route 41 hotel district. There's a hotel district in Deptford? Who the hell wants to stay in Deptford? What the hell is there in Deptford? I don't know. You're gonna stay there to go to the mall? I mean, I guess for business. What businesses are near Deptford that people are going to stay in hotels? What's next for the direct connection as projects enter its 10th year? Well, I don't know about that, but this is big news. One of the retaining walls collapsed. They were fixing it anyway, so guess I don't know. I don't know what happened. I guess it's a good thing they're working on the damn thing. So one of these like highway walls they built. I'm not surprised one of them collapsed. They look like they're ready to collapse all the time to me because they've got like it's the way they're built. They've got these segments, and I just figure like, yeah, they're just going to collapse one day. Bright green comet to streak across the night sky in January and February. Get ready, South Jersey. It's a comet. It's newly discovered. May be visible from Earth in January and February. So, does it got a name? It's known as Comet C/2022 E3 ZTF. Probably won't be bright as the Christmas comet or the 2020 comet known as Neowise. Experts from NASA say it could become bright enough in the coming weeks so you could see it with the naked eye. Enjoy, telescope nerds. Lucky Elephant Cafe Thai restaurant opens in Washington Township. Oh, all right. Let's take a look at this food. That looks pretty good. I guess they're doing a bubble tea thing. These days I can't seem to afford to go out, but if I could, That would be a cool stop, I think. Methinks. Social butterfly to social activist. New Jersey woman 94 fights towns to build affordable homes. Good for you. 94. Good for you. Um, I mean, I'm all for affordable homes, but not like subsidized homes, because that seems to bring in the wrong element. I think what they need to do is lower the property taxes so people can afford a house. This is why New Jersey is obsessed with Guy Fieri. He built a relatable brand. He went for it. He keeps it cool. He gives back big time. He marches to his own drum. A giving heart. One of the boys. A cool cat. Knows how to have fun. Building a brand. He eats like us. That's the main one. I think that's the main one. He eats like a South Jersey guy. You could see him coming over for dinner and be like, oh, yeah. Second Amendment is a blessing, not a curse. This is an op-ed, NewJersey.com. Thank you, concerned Piney. Thank you for posting that letter. Foodies say these 2 New Jersey restaurants are must in 2023. Okay, I'll be the judge of that. Oh, there's Guy Fieri again. If you're in Ocean City, the word on the street is you have to dive into Capo Strata, located on 9th Street. They specialize in Italian street food like Pineys, pizza, and much more. Just opened a few weeks ago. Okay. High bar for Italian food in South Jersey. And if you haven't been to Chicken Guy in Atlantic City to taste Guy Fieri's handiwork, you're missing out. Ooh. All right. I'm down for it. Where the hell is that? You'll find this spot at 777 Harris Boulevard. Chicken Guy. Okay, cool. And I'm sure it's reasonably priced at least, right? I gotta figure. Roccos Italian Sausage and Cheesesteaks opening first New Jersey location at Lawnside Home Depot. Cool. That's near me. Oh, yeah. There was a guy who opened there, I think. Yeah. He was in like a trailer. I don't know if it's the same guy. Maybe he got a franchise now. I don't think so. But this was pre-pandemic, and you could go there and get a set. And it was okay. It was fine. I got a sandwich there one time. So I checked this place out. And speaking of checking places out, book shares stories, emotional tie between Donkey's Place and Camden, New Jersey. If you haven't been to Donkey's, get yourself a Donkey's cheesesteak. I think they're great. I think, what's his face? From No Reservations, Bourdain. He went there. He called it the best cheesesteak he ever had. It's pretty damn good. I don't know about best, but it's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good. It's kind of in a class all by itself because it's served a very specific way. It's on a poppy seed bun. It's got onions. I like it. There's another one in Medford. I think it's in. Yeah, I think it's Donkeys too. I go to that one. I've been to this one though. It's nice. And finally, 14 cool festivals and happenings in New Jersey this winter. All right, so just running through the list. Bergen County Zoo at County Park through January 15th in Paramus. That's way up north. Family Woodland Hike, New Jersey Botanical Gardens in Ringwood. Skating on the Square, Hulfer Street in Princeton. That sounds like a very Princeton thing to do. Garden State Outdoor Sports Show in Raritan Hall, Edison, January 12th to 15th, $10. The 38th anniversary show is this show. Sorry, I'm reading it while I'm trying to process. Ice carving exhibition. This is at Pier Village in Long Branch, New Jersey. Winter Wonders and Garden Horticulture Tour in Hamilton. Seashore Open House in Long Branch. Come on, get south. Brunch is a Drag Disney Extravaganza. Filari's Lakeside Restaurant in Sicklerville. Finally, one in the south. Are you telling me it's a drag show? Tickets cost $54.95 each. Includes server-attended brunch buffet, drag show, and server gratuity. It's a Disney-themed brag trump. No. Pass. No. They don't say kids, but the fact that it's Disney feels like it's kids. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that. Mount Holly, the Fire and Ice Festival. I'm thinking about doing this show, but it's outside. I don't know. I can't do an outside show in the winter. I don't think I can. It's just going to be too damn cold. Valentine's Craft Fair in Matawan. Love and Romance Expo in Atlantic City. Okay. This is in South Jersey. I guess if you're you get married, you probably want to go to that. Maple Sugaring Demos in Chatham. Baby, It's Cold Outside soup and wine pairing at Tomasello Winery in Hamilton. Ooh. I'd definitely go for the soup. I'm not like a big wine guy, but I'd go just eat the soup. Anybody want to go with me? You could do the drinking. I'll eat the soup. Barefoot Grape Stomping in Belvedere. And that's it. That's it. So that's some of the stuff to do in South Jersey and North Jersey too. Well, you don't have to go up the north. Who the heck wants to go to North Jersey? They call it Taylor Ham up there. Yeah. Anyhow, that's it for me, Pineys. I'm going to wrap it here. Don't forget the live stream at 7, and we'll see you